Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Miralem Pjanic, as it has been reported that the Barcelona veteran is not in Xavi's plans, but will be evaluated during pre-season. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Francisco Trincao, it has been reported that the Barca winger is set to join Portuguese giants Sporting Lisbon for 10 million euros. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please endeavor to subscribe. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona began their pre-season camp earlier this week as manager Xavi Hernandez kick-started preparations for the upcoming season. The 42-year-old tactician has begun the camp with almost the entire squad barring the internationals who were involved in matches last month. At the same time, he has also welcomed back a few players that were out on loan the previous season. One such player, Francisco Trincao, is on his way out with a permanent move to Sporting Lisbon on the horizon. Another star who was loaned out last season and is widely expected to depart this summer is midfielder Miralem Pjanic. Like Trincao, the Bosnian midfielder joined Barca in 2020 from Juventus, arriving as part of a controversial deal that saw Automelo move the other way. However, Pjanic endured a torrid debut campaign at the Camp Nou, failing to win over then manager Ronald Koeman. The former AS Roma and Juventus ace was loaned out to Besiktas in the last season. Now back at Barcelona, Pjanic has reported to pre-season training, and as reported by Mundo Deportivo, even though the veteran midfielder does not belong in Xavi's plans, the Barca manager is prepared to take a closer look at him in the coming weeks. Pjanic was one of the players who was given an extra week off by the club so that he can sort out his future away from the Camp Nou. However, the 32-year-old joined the camp with the rest of the stars on July 4. Even though there were not many hopes after his middling loan spell in Turkey last season, Xavi will get a live look, at the midfielder during the pre-season and assess if there is any chance that the Bosnian can help the team. The report states that there is a possibility that Pjanic even travels with the rest of the squad for the pre-season to the United States. However, given the plethora of options in midfield for Barca and his high wages, it is highly unlikely that he will be kept along beyond the summer. Honestly speaking, it is hard to see Miralem Pjanic staying at Barcelona this upcoming season. Given the options we have in midfield and what Xavi really wants in his midfield department, Pjanic have been one of the players that Barca have considered as sellables, and Barcelona, despite everything, would like to sell Pjanic, considering that Barca are trying to do a revamp of the squad. Transition of the squad currently going on. It's difficult to see Pjanic stay, but what we are getting is, despite everything, manager Xavi still wants to evaluate the player during this pre-season coming up. So let's see, but it is still highly unlikely, no matter what, that Xavi will fancy using him this upcoming season. Our midfield department is really tight. Franquisi just came and will join the department. And just imagine that Bernardo Silva also comes. Even though Bernardo Silva coming to Barcelona would depend on Frankie de Jong, because Frankie de Jong needs to leave before Barca can go strongly for Bernardo Silva. But nonetheless, the midfield department will be really competitive, and to get minutes will not be easy. Like, we're getting reports of Nico Gonzalez every day fighting for minutes. He wants to leave because he knows that Xavi will not use him that much. So it's going to be difficult to see Pjanic have any role in this team in this upcoming season. He was on loan at Besiktas last season, but Besiktas did not activate the option to buy him permanently. Maybe he did not play according to their satisfaction. So it is highly likely that he will be sold, and nobody knows his next destination. We have been getting reports of Italian clubs showing interest in him. France, we have Olympique Lyonnais showing interest in him. So within the coming weeks, we will really know what is the fate of Pjanic, as Barcelona will travel to the US for their pre-season tour, and of course Xavi will go alongside Pjanic where he will be evaluated to see if he can add something to this team for the upcoming season, even though it is highly unlikely at this point in time. Then on to the next story of discussion. As reported by Portuguese publication Record, Barcelona winger Francisco Trincao is close to joining Sporting CP in the ongoing transfer window. Trincao is 2 years into his spell in Barcelona, having joined from SC Braga in the summer of 2020, having endured a poor first season at Camp Nou. The winger was loaned out to Wolves last summer, but he failed to shine in England as well. Now back at Barca, Trincao has never really looked like he would have a future in the new setup of Xavi Hernandez, especially with the club pushing to sign Rafinha and close to re-signing Ousmane Dembele. Talks with Sporting over a move had been ongoing for a while. Initially, it was expected that Trincao would join Ruben Amorim's side on a loan move with an obligation to purchase. However, as per the aforementioned report, that is not the case. According to the latest developments, Trincao will be moving to Sporting on a permanent transfer in a deal worth 10 million euros. On top of that, Barca will retain 50% of any future sale. The Portuguese international had enjoyed a breakthrough at Braga a couple of years ago, but has been unable to translate that form since leaving his homeland. A return to Portugal might help him rekindle his career, and as far as Barca are concerned, they will be letting go of a player who has no part to play in the manager's plans. Even though the fee might seem on the lower side, offloading him and getting rid of his wages will help Barca with their financial fair play situation. Trincao have never really looked like, securing a place for himself in this team since leaving Wolverhampton Wanderers on loan to Barca. And Xavi does not even make any sign as if he fancies the player to stay or whatever, because Xavi normally likes Ousmane Dembele, and from what we have been getting recently, Dembele might likely extend for 2 years at Barca, and that just kills any hopes for Trincao to stay at Barcelona in the upcoming season. And also considering that Rafinha is close to Barcelona, as reports are saying that Barca have matched Chelsea's offer, which means Rafinha is likely to be a Barca player. So it is impossible to see Trincao staying at Barcelona when Rafinha and Dembele are likely to be Barca players next season. So the only thing is to sell him, clear his name off the wage bill. Of course, that will help us somehow to an extent. Of course, not denying of the fact that Trincao is having talent. Trincao is a talented player, but things have not gone so well for him, because we bought him from Braga where he was spectacular. He came, Koeman did not even fancy him. Koeman was using but Ousmane Dembele for most matches. But to be honest with you, when Trincao entered the pitch, when Koeman was in charge, Trincao was not that bad. Trincao came and did some impact. I think he scored 3 goals in about 3 or 4 games in La Liga. But still yet, he was not fancied. So it was just an unfortunate situation for him. And he was eventually loaned out to Wolves. But things did not even move well for him that much, and Wolves never activated the option to sign him permanently. So he's back training with the team, but unlikely to stay, as it has been reported that Sporting Lisbon are close to paying 10 million euros to sign him permanently, not on a loan deal as it was speculated before. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.